gang. I didn't skip the cutscene yet, did I? Yeah, howdy. Been a week since Christmas, about. So, been a while. I don't think I've touched this game since the last time I streamed. Also because I've been busy. I worked a lot. I had like 8 days in a row or something, and then all the kids are on winter break, so they're coming in at weird times. I end up leaving like an hour more late each day. It was all kinds of fucked up. I did a lot of napping. Didn't play a lot of video games. I was pretty unhappy. It looks like that's all coming to an end, though. So that's wonderful. I'm also genius bit drunk. I was the driver, so I made sure not to overdo it, but I'm a little tipsy. Anyways, we're gonna try to finish this up. I did go back to that video, of course. Leave a like I said I would, because I don't know, it helps the algorithm. Whatever. Pretty long period where I just didn't like or comment on any videos for no good reason. So it makes quality content and you want it to get discovered, just push a button. Anyways, there's actually a trick to the difficult part of this that I noticed when I was watching the whole thing. Shit. I know I'm trying to land on the wrong platform. It's cool, I swear. Got beans here on my desk. Shit. So my controller hasn't really been getting jammed too much since the last time I cleaned it, but I noticed that the A button is like kind of squishy. I don't know if that's intentional or not. Like, I'm pretty sure this is a mechanical controller. If that makes sense. Similar to a mechanical keyboard. Or like actual clicky buttons. And each button on it feels different, so I don't know if the A button's supposed to just be squishy or not, but I don't know, it's responsive. Just feels unsatisfying to push, I guess. Shit! Okay, good. I was making sure I started the thing. Yeah, this really isn't much longer after the hard part. I just have to get past the hard part. Uzi. Boppity boopy. Fighting gold. Other Italian things. Okay, so here we are. Apparently every, like, shit! Just say every 4th tile is solid, and you'll have, like, a second to jump off it. Like, it'll do the wiggly, instead of just fading away like these ones. And then on the second row, it's every 3rd tile. And then it goes back to being every 4th. It's a real simple pattern to follow. I just have to do a few more of these shitty low roof jumps after that, which I'll get used to. I remember not having a lot of trouble with them the last time we were doing this. And, of course, there's only 3 levels to a core, so that will be the end of this thing. This horrendous thing. Shit. I never know whether or not they'll hold something like this against the game, because, like, it is completely optional. It's a challenge for someone who wants to do something challenging. That's why I fell. It's not a solid surface. The fuck? Anyways. Like, it is entirely optional. No one's making me do this, except for, you know, my inner beardman. But, like, should I be mad at them for making something so fucking hard? I don't know. Some people would say yes, because all the content should be good. And they're not wrong to say that. Then other people would say no, because it's optional. It's kind of like the argument for microtransactions. Are they okay if they're only cosmetic? Or is it fucked up that that's content in the game that you're paying extra money for, even though you bought the game that has that stuff in it? I think in the case of them wanting me to pay for it, it's extra fucked up, and, yeah, I don't condone it. I guess. But then again, I was never gonna buy a loot box. Never ever, because they are just cosmetic. I don't give a fuck. Some things are shit that you can't even see, like a Call of Duty, you get like a custom grip for your gun, but your character's fist is around that grip, so you never fucking see it. Only when the character dies and drops his gun do you see it. Which, unless you've got like a fucking middle finger as your grip, I don't really care about that. I think the palette swaps are probably the laziest ones that you shouldn't be able to charge money for. Because, like, I can do that with fucking Reshade for free, right? Or even if I fucking unencrypt the game's files, I can just override the texture myself. It's not like something that completely changes the character's look or anything. Anyways, I don't know how long it's gonna take, so I'm gonna go right on to the shit I've been playing, which I haven't done in a little bit, but because I'm trying to keep it to impressions after I've like finished a game, so I don't undersell or oversell something. Anyways, they've got a big one and a little one. I guess I'll start with the little one. It's called Phoning Home, or something like that. You play a Robo-Man, a robot, who got crash land on a planet, and it's kind of a survival game. You have to like collect resources to keep yourself going, keep your batteries up, keep your fuel up, that kind of thing. Go through very treacherous environments. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh! And, yeah, so it's one of those kind of games, I guess. The combat really isn't the focus, even though there is some. It's not great. I did, in fact, advise avoiding combat, because you can get achievements for not using a ton of resources. I think there's even one for not killing anything. Anyways, there's a lot of lore to find, which is all neat. Kind of like a dystopian future where we decide to destroy planets and like forego oxygen in favor of having robot bodies that'll never rust without oxygen. Isn't a terrible idea, except for the part where you can't really make more people, because how do you make another consciousness? And like goes over whether or not the living things are born or whatever on this new planet. And find out what the hell is weird with this planet, because there's a lot of stuff that shouldn't exist happening. And you have like a companion bot who's not meant to explore. Who also got crash landed. You have to take care of her. Because this one's like a freaking SJW bot. Chooses to identify with the gender. And so you've got British narrators, aka your ship, which also have consciousnesses in them. I don't know, it was a good story experience. I don't think it was crazy long, maybe like 15 hours. The last area was pretty damn confusing. It took me forever to figure out how to get inside the area I was supposed to go to. And I roll running, come on. Okay, it's because I was spamming A too much. He just kind of does it when you touch the wall. Anyways, I think I bought it for like $1 or something. It was on sale. I think I bought it during the fall sale, which was like after Thanksgiving. Which is a stupid place to put it. It should be more like towards Halloween or something. Because the winter sale happened like only a couple weeks later, you know? Ah, dip. So for $1, more than worth the money. For its asking price, probably something more like 15, 20. I don't know, I'd still check it out if you're looking for a fun sci-fi experience. It's pretty good. I think it used Unreal Engine too, so it's like graphically pretty / realistic for an indie game. I don't know how many of the assets are like pre-installed or whatever, but it looked fine. Fuck. Alright. This next one's gonna be a bit of a bigger topic, because I think a while ago when I started doing these, probably sometime during Evil Within 2, I mentioned I was playing the Devil May Cry HD collection, and I think at the time I had only beaten 1 and 2, and I was like maybe just starting 3, so from this point on, I'm going to give like a bit of an overview of 3, 4, and 5, because I just played 5. I've got some hot takes, I guess. I love the game, don't get me wrong, but hot takes. And this is going to be a bit of a jumbled mesh, because I don't write any of this shit down. So, when I got to 3, I was a little salty at first, because of the style system. Most of the moves that you can do in it were stuff that you were just able to do in 2. 2 is bad because the levels are bland, the freaking enemies are very stupid, the final boss is like the laziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Helicopter boss doesn't let you use your melee weapons, guns are way overpowered. There's a lot of balancing issues, but like the combat system itself had a lot of potential. The stuff like wall running, air dashing, aerial rave, the gun shower thing, all those are things that you could just do, and it felt pretty cool when you didn't realize that the enemies weren't hitting you, or even trying to. So when I got to 3, I was salty, because all those moves got locked behind the style system, which, in the case of 4 and 5, is fine for the most part. But in 3, you have to pick your style at the start of the mission. You can't switch it on the fly. So it always comes down to what moves you want. I think aerial combat's pretty damn valuable. I think that the gunslinger stuff was relatively useless, because guns are just meant to hold combos. The Royal Guard's good, but it's kind of boring to play with. And the dodge move from the Trickster is just invaluable when you get to bosses, so I usually end up using that one for most of it, but, yeah, it was pretty sad that you weren't able to switch on the fly, which they, of course, added in 4, and fuck me. How long have I been going? 15 minutes? When I get to half an hour, if I'm not done with this, I'll probably go do a mission. Excuse me. Otherwise, 3 felt great. It's a Devil May Cry that we know and love. The thing that put it on the map, I guess. It kind of went back, compared to 2, it went back to its roots of a pseudo-Metroidvania. Like, the whole world is connected, but it's not, because the contrived mission structure that doesn't need to be there. The first game, for those who don't know, was supposed to be a Resident Evil game, but for whatever reason they decided not to. I think it was probably the game where Jill died, or whatever. You know, the cutscene from 5 that never happened in any game. Except for the DLC that happened years later. So that somehow turned into Devil May Cry, and it kept like that structure, going through rooms, finding key item, inserting key item somewhere else. And there was basically no reason to have a mission structure, but it did. And what they did with that was change up the enemy encounters and all the hallways and stuff. So I guess that made that part simple. And it also like locked doors that were relevant to the mission you were doing. So you couldn't get lost in the big ass castle. I don't know how I feel about that. I think 4 stopped locking the doors. You can go anywhere even if it was entirely irrelevant. Which I liked. Because 4 actually had like puzzles to solve in it too. Like, I think that one really embraced the Metroidvania aspect of it. While you're playing Nero anyways, which is the reason people don't like 4, I guess, because they don't care about Nero. I thought his arm felt great. I thought the fact that he didn't have the styles felt great. Like, he could do aerial combat just fine. And you play Dante for like the other half of the game, and you redo levels, and it kind of shits the bed at that point, even though Dante feels awesome. The game's a little rough, but I enjoyed the first half, I guess, more than the second one. So I don't remember the story of that either, really. I don't know, it's on the 5. It's basically a rehash of 4. And the story's more relevant to Dante and Nero. Like, it does a better job with the pacing of that, I guess. I don't know. Gameplay is relatively similar. Focuses on Nero for a while before you unlock the other guys. I was pretty pissed off about V, because he has like 5 missions out of like 20, and some of those missions can be overlapped and played as the other characters, so like, not even a third of the game is left to him. I feel like I wasted a lot of my points on him. There's also like stupid easy mode. It just gives you the S ranks. Because he fights with minions, not himself. And the directional moves on the minions are terrible, because they're not relative to V, they're relative to the minion. So, like, if you have to hold back to do a move, you have to hold back relative to the minion, which is probably going to be left or something, and it's really confusing. As he is crazy easy to play, but I'm also pretty pissed off about how little content there was for him. As far as Nero goes, I wish he had more weapons. The bulk of his variety comes from the Devil Breakers, which break if you get hit while using them, so you're supposed to like mix them up. It's a fun enough system. I just wish you had more than one sword and gun. And minor spoilers, he doesn't get a Devil Trigger until the end of the game. There's like imagery hinting at it all over the place, so like, shut up. Anyways, I think that the main part people are going to be salty about is my opinions of the Dante gameplay. And that, so yeah, first you start with just Rebellion, and in like the next 2 missions you unlock Sparta. And you have a moveset similar to what he was in 3. Which means, like, you feel like you have less of a toolkit than Nero did, basically. You feel like you're playing a lesser version of him for the first bit. Eventually you unlock like a Mega Sword that gives you a lot of the cool stuff that came from your styles. And that's pretty great. This one's every 3rd platform or something. Dicks. Right, so that new sword, like, it gives you a lot more even combo moves to do stuff that was previously relegated to your style moves. Which before you had like literally one combo you could do, and it was kind of shit. So I always hated his sword, but you also start with Balrog, which is boots and gloves. They were kind of my favorite weapon in the first game. And there's like a not quite as good version in 3. Anyways, I basically ended up using the sword just to get up some style ranks and switching to that to do out most of the damage, because I had a lot more moves available. And it felt pretty great, because I like punching things. See, he also has the Cavalier, which is like a motorcycle thing. It's pretty good for aerial combat, but it's also incredibly slow. And it also does like area attacks, but again, incredibly slow, so it's hard to pull that off right. I sometimes found a use for it on bosses. Most of the time it was more trouble than it was worth. And he's got the nunchucks, or Cerberus, I think they're called. They're sort of a souped up version of what they were in 3. They're actually pretty decent, better than the sword even. Found plenty of use for them. There's another weapon I'm forgetting, because I guess I just didn't use it. I don't know. And he has a handful of guns. I guess the one that I ended up using the most was the rocket launcher, you know, ladies gun. You actually get to dual wield them, which is kind of fucking dope. It actually makes the gunslinger style worth it. Does a fair amount of damage to bosses. Let's see, this game was actually entirely mission-based, and it did it right, in my opinion, because it wasn't an interconnected world this time. The missions put you in places, and that's how it always should have been. There's still orbs to collect for health and Devil Trigger or whatever. And a few of them are actually pretty difficult to get. They require to use like special moves and exploits. I don't think I've even gotten all of them yet. I'm still going through it, even though I beat my first playthrough. I'd say the last major thing Dante gets is the Sin Devil Trigger, which essentially you dump your Devil Trigger into a more powerful one. except you don't regenerate health during it, so it's kind of fucked up. But you're crazy strong during it. It's always a rough balancing act. I found myself not really using it during the final boss in favor of getting my health back. Because, see, like, the last 4 missions of the game are just straight back-to-back boss fights, and they are all hard as fuck. There's a massive difficulty spike. And something I've never really cared for is the fact that you can't actually increase your damage in any way. I know you could in 2, and I think you could to some extent in the reboot. But basically, you can only buy moves and sometimes a stronger or more varied version of it. There's no way to really unhandicap yourself if you're bad at the game. Something I've noticed with this controller is that my analog stick, it sometimes registers as down when I'm holding right. I don't know why that would be, but that's what's happening here. Oh boy. Anyways, fuck all those bosses. I spent like 2 hours each on all of them, maybe more. The very last mission is, of course, when you unlock the Devil Trigger for Nero, and you kind of just whoop some fucking ass, and it's pretty great. Especially after you fought the same dude as Dante and got your ass beat for 2 hours. And that felt pretty awesome. Anyways, basically I thought well, Dante had a lot more variety. I thought a lot of his weapons were lackluster and or useless. Like the shotgun I never fucking used. There is one that lets you like spend your currency for damage, and it's actually pretty powerful, but during your first few runs you're probably going to keep all that currency to buy moves. So you don't really use it. It's another thing that's kind of fucked up about it. It takes so long to get everything unlocked, and even some of them can't be bought in the store. Like you have to beat the game on a harder difficulty to unlock another move or something like that. It's a little fucked up to me. Shit. I'm sure there were plenty of people who were just not able to finish it because how hard it was. Of course, I was doing the normal difficulty, not the easy one. Probably would have made a difference. Well, it's shitty is that if you do something in a higher difficulty, you don't unlock the missions in the one below it. So if I went down to easy mode, I'd have to start from the beginning. Pretty fucking lame. Say, I guess the only other talking point is the multiplayer type feature, or like records your gameplay and does it alongside other people. Yeah, I think that went for people who are currently playing the mission, which makes it kind of shitty. Because in many cases, I'd end up playing alongside myself. Which is pretty damn weird. There's one mission in particular where the character, no, 2 of them even, where the characters are pretty split up for almost all of it, and you don't even see the other guys doing their things. So, like, why was it there? And I think it's in maybe 5 of the missions, just like V. So, I don't know, it's a neat idea, but it really pretty underwhelming once you get once you look at it. And you can, like, leave a guy a like to give them a free gold orb or something. Which, I don't know, you just always do. Because I don't watch them, I'm doing my own fucking shit. By the way, I fucking hate gold orbs, because they just resurrect you on the spot. Which is lame. I wanna beat the boss in one life. Why do I have to redo the whole mission to do that? So, overall, I'd say it was better than 3. I guess. Dante's not quite as goofy, but whatever. Was the story super important / did need to happen? I don't think so. I guess it explains something from Nero, but again, nobody cared about him to begin with. Basically, I think the first game might be my favorite in the series. That's the conclusion I've come to. I think that it executed what it was able to do very well. And, like, for the time it came out, it was a pretty unique idea. I think a lot of parts of 5 felt pretty dated, and it didn't take enough of what 4 did correctly. And, like, that's not even the one everyone loves. And then if you're not a fan of the franchise and you somehow picked 5 as your first game, then what's wrong with you? Why would you do such a thing? That's why I did the conversation as predictors of someone who's played it, because it's a relatively niche thing. I don't think it sold super well. I think it did win an award at the Big Game Awards, which I didn't talk about at all. It was a very long ceremony. That's what I've got to say about it. It was like 3 hours long. It was fucking crazy. Son of a... Alright, guys. I'm gonna do a mission. Maybe when I've silvered up a bit, I can do that precise bullshit.
Yes, the Elder Stone. Give it here. I trust you've wielded it with care.
Utmost care.
Is this dried blood?
Huh? Oh, must have already been on there.
In any event, I should be able to seal off Lucifer's pathways to Eden, as was promised. Leave me.
I guess we should pop that fat slug before that happens.
Not quite. You will want to speak with Samael. He has troubling news.
Troubling.
That's what I'm saying, man. Troubling. I have money to spend. I should do that.
The boatman's coins are often overlooked in their value. I'll take them off your hands. Great things for so few souls.
There was one last thing I was gonna say. No, I don't remember it.
So many souls, so few wares. Kill.
Right. I was just gonna say that
Do be careful with yourself.
it's only hitting me now, but the puzzles were completely absent in 5. Even the quote puzzles where you just collect a key item and insert it somewhere else. There's like 2 missions that have those, and like those little Nidhogg things that you pick one up and then you insert it in the thing like a foot away from where you picked it up. It's hardly even necessary to find a key for it. It's really stupid. Yeah, those are completely absent. Just a few things where you have to get the orbs that require you to use special moves. I'm not sure if I'd qualify those as puzzles, as more so challenges, like optional side mission things.
You've recovered the Elder Stone. Lucifer's entrance to Eden will soon be cut off, but I fear his business there was already concluded. He has promised Eden to another.
Another?
Dagon, the self-proclaimed drowned king, has claimed Eden by some pact. He has already begun the cleansing.
Remember we killed him in The Witcher? I forgot to mention back then, but there's actually one of the stories in the Necronomicon was straight up what happened at that village with the fucking way too high brightness. Oh boy.
Well, that doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah, I think it's the literal Call of Cthulhu story that there's been like 3 games of. Having the 2 Call of Cthulhu's and the Sinking City.
Dagon's cleansing is a great flood to drown the world. Every living thing will be washed away. A clean slate upon which to build his kingdom. I guess we should pop that fat slug before that happens.
Dagon relies on his loyal Stormcaller to bring the flood. Stop this shaman and his followers, and you will foil the drowned king's ambitions.
You just calling everyone a fat slug.
There's a part of me that's okay at the thought of Eden being scrubbed out of existence.
Ugh. Ah, you know what? There was a 3rd game I played, and I don't know how I forgot it. I liked it so much that right after I beat it, I went over and bought a copy for a friend of mine who I thought would love it. Which, it was on sale for like $8, so I really didn't mind doing so. I'll talk about that depending on how big this mission is. A lot of Boatman coins. Oh, the Maelstrom. We've been here. With death. There's probably a new arena available too. Or Abaddon.
Dagon's Stormcaller cowers behind this barrier. His shaman roamed these grounds using foul magic to keep it sealed. Find them and break the seal.
Magic will not save this Stormcaller from his fate.
Huh? Why is that even an objective if it happened right away? Is that the door, the trickster door? Okay. Coal the grub nest to flush out their queen. I guess that's an optional boss fight. How many keys do I have? I have none. I can't open that door. Oh, look at that. You can get back up there easy if you miss these. How nice. Makes me want to pop a fat slug.
This must be the barrier Abaddon spoke of.
This is the trickster door, though. What?
Let's find those shaman and ask them nicely to take it down.
Okay. Oh. Easy. I killed him. In cold blood. In cold water. In cold rain. In cold night. That's what Devil May Cry 2 is like. Anyways, the third game was called Under Hero, which, not to be confused with Undertale, I guess. I don't know why that was the connotation everyone made from the very beginning, but no, it's not fucking Undertale, alright? It's more like Paper Mario than anything. Except you can talk to your enemies sometimes, but there's no, like, pacifist run you can do. There kind of is, but it has no impact. You can, like, pay money to avoid fights. And also not murder your coworkers, but, that's neither here nor there. The fact of the matter is you need the experience points, so do it, because there's no way to bribe your boss. Why am I saying those things? Because, the name means underling and hero. You're like work for the bad guy corporation. And you, right at the beginning of the game, you accidentally kill the hero, quote unquote. And, Legendary Weapon says, oh yeah, you gotta do it instead, bro. So you do. And you could proceed to murder more coworkers. The art style is really nice, kind of cutesy, but I think they, like, the boss man is actually pretty damn scary looking. It's not the kind of game that'll make you laugh out loud, but I think they'll have a smile on your face the entire time you're playing it. Got some fun platforming. Enemies don't respawn, so there's no grinding. Money doesn't respawn, so exploration is rewarded. Plenty of upgrades and stuff to find just lying around. I think it took me like 13 hours to beat. Something like that. But not the longest thing in the world. I don't know, it was just a solid time. The combat wasn't entirely Paper Mario, like it relied on reading L's in the animations so you can jump over the attack or duck under it or parry it. And you also had like a little stamina meter so you couldn't just spam attacks. You did bonus damage if you like attacked on the rhythm of the song, which is neat. There's not a lot. It's one of those games where I can't say a lot without spoiling things, but it was a great time. Again, I bought it for one of my friends as soon as I bought it, as soon as I finished it. Even though I said it's not Undertale, I think if you enjoyed Undertale, you'd probably love this game. If you enjoyed Paper Mario, there's not a lot of things like Paper Mario, so play that, or check out Bug Fables maybe. I haven't played that one yet, but it looks awesome. And, yeah, the game's like $15 max price. I bought it for my friend for like $8, so it's not crazy expensive. Just get it. It's good. I'm kind of stuck here, aren't I? Nope. Okay, good. Good horse. It's a big area. I don't know where I'm going. Hey, that's how you get the key. I knew I was right for going back there. Oh yeah. Okay, let's go here. It's obviously a combat encounter, right? It's got a horse thing. Oh, it's a shaman.
A shaman. Not for long.
Oh, alright, the music in the game was really good too. And one of the collectibles for actually like mixtapes, so you can set the music to anything you want in the save rooms. Is a lovely addition. I guess minor spoilers for something that happens late in the game. I'm not gonna tell you the context of it, but there is one neato area where you like go into a 3D world in a 2D game. So it gives you an extra control to shift axes. Kind of like the Wii Paper Mario game in a way. Super Paper Mario, I think it was called. But, yeah, the area was made of, like, freaking stock basic Unity cubes and stuff. And there was, like, straight-up game code on all the walls that you could sit there and read. Which, you know, as a programmer, I thought that was wonderful. I thought it was super cool to see. And the boss fight there was super unique as well. That's one of the things. I can use this. Or, that's how you activate it. But that's just the receiver. I have to find the horseshoe. Right here. Wow. Much challenging. Very well. Right, every single one that looked like it was gonna do that, which gave me the most roundabout path, and that one was just, nope. You here you go, kid. You love to see it. Spectral Angel increases hot streak bullet count by 5%. What? What does that mean? Is that how many things I'm shooting when I shoot, or how fast the bar degrades when I'm shooting? I don't know. Worst Tremor Gauntlet. Okay, sure. I don't use the Tremor Gauntlet as much as I should. Have Flame Baron equipped. Maybe I should, I'll put on Earth Splitter for once, eh? Did I not? No, I did. That's the move I wanted. Yeah. Oh boy, they just keep coming, don't they? I guess I'm not even mad about the puzzle being lackluster. Nature shot. Fire a wide spray of bullets to have a chance to spawn health orbs when enemies are hit. Hot streak. Shots will also imbue enemies with nature energy. Striking an imbued enemy has a chance to spawn health orbs and cause them to explode into health orbs on death. What? Oh. So it's just mega heals, which I guess is good because how squishy Strife is. And it sounds like it might be a shotgun. Yeah, shotgun! Do shotgun! Fuck yeah. Enemies dropping health orbs when struck. Sounds a little busted though. So maybe the next boss is gonna be super hard or something. Sure, I guess this heals me when I hit guys, so maybe it'll be baby health orbs. I don't think I've found a single grubby nest yet.
You are judged.
Let's put it on our secondary. Opa! Yeah, shotgun. Obviously, I did pick up a handful of new things during the sale. So, I don't know how many of those I'm gonna play on here, but I've got stuff I can do. Even though I have a small list of things that I planned on doing after this. There's grubs. Fuck yeah. Something real interesting that I did find during it though was the GOG launcher is pretty damn neato. It's basically what the new Steam library thing looks like, but it like extends to integrate all your other libraries from other platforms. So on one hand, it's kind of an unnecessary launcher. Like, you have this third thing in addition to Steam running. On the other hand, it's not DRM because everything you buy on GOG it's yours. You can like put it on a USB stick and give it to a friend if you really wanted. But, you know, all your libraries are in one place, so now when I otherwise wouldn't think about replaying Mass Effect 3 or Dead Space 3, I now see my Origin games in addition to my Steam games. Which I think is, nice, I guess. It also has a lot more, customization options than Steam's thing does. I have stuff sorted into what I'm playing, what I've already beaten, what I don't want to play ever again. Stuff that's good to jump into whenever was installed. The main reason I found out about that was because they were doing like a giveaway. They were handing out a Hour of Time for free, which I've had my eye on for a while, so I almost actually bought it on Steam before I saw that, so saved me, I guess.
I love it.
But, and now I'm using that GOG Galaxy, I think it's called. For those of you who don't know what the hell a GOG is, stands for Good Old Games, ran by CD Projekt Red. Once upon a time, Steam was a much more curated store and didn't have shovelware all over it. And that's basically the approach that they're taking. But in addition to only having good games, slash hidden gems, they remaster old games that otherwise wouldn't run on a modern computer. Stuff like Icewind Dale, Arcanum, Steam Market Magic Obscura, Diablo 1. All those are remastered, made to run at 60 FPS, 1080p. Or you can optionally play them at their original settings, like 20 FPS or whatever the fuck. The Diablo one even implemented like a fan-made mod that was super popular. And like, I don't know, if you love CD Projekt Red, aka the people who make Witcher, Cyberpunk, and remaster a ton of old games, fucking all the money goes right to them, so that's pretty cool. It's not like when you pay Valve and they don't make games with that money. Oh, and of course, all the stuff on it's DRM free, like I said. So you buy something, say it's a co-op game like Overcooked, and you just hand that to your friend. Now you can both play it. Which is great, because Steam family sharing is a bit lackluster. It's a little fucked up that if I had a console, I could just log in with my account and play one of the games that my brother bought, because I have a disc. But on PC, it wasn't really a thing for the longest time. It kind of works, but developers can like choose to opt out of it. Say it's a multiplayer-only game like Mordhau. You can't family share that, or if it uses a second DRM like any of the Uplay games or any of the Rockstar games, you can't family share those. And it's pretty damn lame. So basically, if you're looking to buy some indie co-op game with your friends, I'd buy it there if it's available, so you only have to buy one copy.
Another dead shaman.
Of course, I don't know the legality of that. I think in Japan, borrowing games is illegal. Owning ROMs is illegal, and borrowing of games is illegal. Even if you own the game, and you just want to play it on your computer through Dolphin or whatever, upscale to 1080p, because the colors in Wind Waker HD are muted compared to the original. Legal. Well, you know, it's fine in the United States for now, but not technically piracy. I don't know. I mentioned before I did pirate some stuff when I was younger. I didn't make money. Unless I knew I was gonna play a game for several, like 30 hours. I couldn't justify spending money on a lot of them. And I, of course, legally required most of that. All I was getting at there is, I don't blame you if you do pirate, but if you have money, fuck you. I'd rather someone, if I was the person who made the game, I'd rather someone play it than not at all. And even if they maybe just didn't have the money at the time and they would forget about it a year later when they did have it, when they could afford it, I'd rather they just play it and enjoy it while they can. Within reason. I think the developer of Hotline Miami actually went on to the Pirate Bay and helped people install the illegal version of the game at one point. Because they felt the same way. They'd rather people just fucking play it. Get the word out, free advertising. Which, I guess for an indie developer like that is a pretty damn big deal, advertising. Alright, it's 2 nests down. I don't know where the other thing is, but I'm gonna lay this man down for now. I'm guessing that I'm gonna use this to like jump over this mountain or something when I find the other one. I feel like my voice is cracking a lot less than usual. It's gotta be because of the alcohol, right? Like, I don't know if it's a nervousness thing or if it's actually smoothing out my throat. Like, I know a lot of singers will drink, like, straight up honey before they go out. But, I don't know. I guess it's a good thing. Maybe I should have a shot of something before I start this. It's definitely made me feel less self-conscious about my rambling. Though I have no idea if anything I've said has been a fully coherent argument of anything yet.
I could do this all day.
I have one key. Hell yeah. You love to see it. I don't know where that phrase came from, but I love it. Because it tells you how to feel. This area is all kinds of fucked up, isn't it? Hold on. There's a challenge for getting struck by lightning? Where's... I'll take that. Struck by lightning 25 times. Can I just sit here and get struck, bruh? Can you get struck, bruh? There's potions right over there. I can just drink one if I need it. Oh no, they despawned. Oh. I never did that. I did mention that I haven't played since the pre-Christmas thing, because how busy I was. I didn't actually go and knock out any of these, like I said I might do. That's why I said might, because promises are always a mistake. Friggin' smash that like button. You got that reference. I still don't know where the other thing is. Gotta be nearby, right? Let's let Strife heal up a bit. He's a good boy. There's the last shaman. 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 Gotti.
That was the last of them. The barrier is broken.
Tide Hunter, holy shit. It's a watermelon. Actually, those of you who don't know, I'm pretty sure everyone who fucking plays knows, but Dota 2 was originally a mod for Warcraft 3, and the reason I'm telling you that is that a handful of characters in the game had to get remade because Blizzard somehow claimed ownership of them. Stuff like Skeleton King, he got remade into Wraith King, and they set up like a whole big event for it. Because in Diablo 3, there's Leoric, the Skeleton King, and I think he's also a character in HOTS, Heroes of the Storm. Anyways, handful of characters had to get renamed, but one of the enemies in Warcraft 3 is straight up the Tide Hunter, and it's, it's like a big turtle man with a big shell, and he fights with an anchor. And the character in Dota, Tide Hunter, is still there. He's still called Tide Hunter. He looks different, but like, I don't know why they didn't go after that one before fucking Skeleton King. I swear I've heard Leoric in plenty of other places before. Like, fuck off, Blizzard. Kinda miss that game, but it's also not worth the heartache. I used to play Dota like a lot. And Warcraft for that matter as well. They keep fucking delaying Warcraft 3 Reforged. I'm all mad. I don't know if I even fucking want it because they're like retconning the story to fit with the new lore that they've come up with by time travel shenanigans in World of Warcraft. Fuck me. It looks so fucking beautiful though. That's all I really want to see. Just fucking Arthas not looking like an N64 character. I guess the part that I missed the most about it is just the fucking social aspect. I still have a lot of friends on Steam that I just don't fucking talk to anymore because I don't play the game anymore. Sometimes I get an invite, I'm like, nah bro, I quit playing like 4 years ago. And like, I could reinstall the game and play, technically, but it's a different fucking game now. I wouldn't know what to do. I'd feed. Probably. I don't really have any big multiplayer thing that I play harder than that, except for Risk of Rain 2, I guess, but like, the game's not exactly great for socializing because there's no voice chat, and after like 10 minutes in the game, the enemies start spawning too fast for you to type consistently. I tried to get into a few MMOs, but see, the ones that are all WoW clones suck because I think that the click and wait combat system's just bad when you have one character. it's entirely meant to be an RTS. That's what I think, anyways. I think World of Warcraft was meant to be just Warcraft if you were playing only the hero. And maybe at one point they planned for you to have whole followers they could use. But, yeah, I can never really get into those. Plus, most of them are like Koreans. Or Korean ran. So, it's full of like lolicons and shit. Which, I don't want to talk to those people. Probably shouldn't say that on Twitch of all places, but fucking, yeah. People talk about looting these kids with foxtails. I don't want to join their guild. Let's see, Dungeon Defenders is fun, I guess. I wish there was a competitive mode to it. Otherwise, I enjoy it for the most part. I don't know where the fucking slot is for this. Do I have to take it through here? I played Orcs Must Die Unchained for a minute, and that was a disappointment. I thought they focused too much on the endless normal Orcs Must Die thing. And, like, I don't know, 2 had co-op and it was a great time. And the big feature of this was that you could go against other people, and that was the mode that I enjoyed before they decided to stop supporting it and literally took it out of the game. I believe the servers for it are shut down now, happened a few months ago. But I think they made a big misstep there by not focusing on the PvP. Probably because they weren't able to charge microtransactions, really, for the PvP. Because if one team has stronger traps because one guy paid money, that's not balanced, you know? But if you're just fighting enemies, it doesn't fucking matter. Guys, I have no idea where this slot is. Is it around this rock? Oh my god! That's a big Mamma Mia. You'll love to see it. Yeah, I guess the MMO that I sunk, there are 2 of them, I sunk the most time into, were All Odds Online, which was a pseudo Warcraft type thing. That was when I was much younger, and I just, like, we stopped subscribing to Warcraft because I couldn't fucking afford it. It was pretty good until you got to, like, late game, and then you had to quest in a sort of PvP area, where if you died, your gear would get cursed, and you couldn't fucking wear it anymore unless you paid money to uncurse it. That was fucking lame. Otherwise, it was a pretty good WoW clone. Yeah, I think I played this Korean one called the Silk Road for a minute. I don't remember much about it, except it was pretty. There was like this Chinese one I played for a long time. And I couldn't tell you anything about it. I was just a dude who fought with these weapons called marbles, which are literally just marbles on gloves. So I punched the shit out of things. I could run up walls. It felt cool to be a ninja man, okay? And, yeah. Sorry, my cat My cat paused the game. I think the most recent one I tried was Terra Online, which had like in full action combat, which felt alright. That was just another case of lolicons making me feel gross about joining guilds and stuff, which is what the game turned into. Join guilds to do raids, you know how it goes. I thought Black Desert looked even funner, but I haven't touched that. There was this one debunked service where I've actually played 2 of the games they made. One was called like X Steel or something, like a Japanese mech fighting game. I was pretty damn good at it. I do say so myself. The other game I think was called like Dungeon Runners or something. It was more of a PvE dungeon running experience. The art style was very similar to Works Must Die. I wonder if they were made up of the same team or anything like that. There's the other thing over there. The most distinct thing I remember about the game, besides how much I loved the art style at the time, was that there was a thing called a gold gnome, where he'd like eat your trash loot and literally shit out gold bricks. And he was like this scummy construction worker looking dude. Had his ass crack out. I thought it was hilarious. The whole service is debunked now. I think it was maybe linked to X-Fire in some capacity, if anyone remembers that. The pre-team speak, I believe it was. Fuck. I think X-Fire actually made a new service, but like nobody cared about it because it's still just a chat-only service, which Steam or any of these other DRM things already provide for you. Or I guess that's what Discord is, but they have a store on them, so basically Steam, I don't know. There's even a period where everyone was using Skype for a while, but while the voice quality was better there, the actual connectivity of it was a lot better in the Steam chat. I end up using that most of the time. It was very lightweight internet-wise too. Like, it wouldn't lag with it on at all.
Would it really be so bad just to give this place to Dagon? Not like there's anything left here.
The Council will not stand for surrendering Eden to demons, even if it is a ruin.
Either way, guess there's no undoing what we did.
We've put the past behind us, brother. We forge our own futures now. Eden will never be restored.
A reminder of what? Our failures?
Of how far we've come. Of all that we still will achieve. You claim to ask why. The answer is simple. We must be better.
You know, for a big tough guy, you can be pretty insightful.
We must be better. That's the health upgrade we saw in the distance. We're still missing one of the nest. It should be somewhere in this northeast quadrant. How do we get up there? From over here, maybe? Hey, that's a... Oh, wait, that's a summon. Here's a nest.
Almost had.
Dope.
Disgusting.
It's a, Christmas happened, I guess. I feel like it's been getting progressively a little less exciting each time. I guess it's because as I've gotten older, I've needed more expensive things. So, like, you know, you only get a couple of gifts now. Sort of like how I imagine Hanukkah is. But, you know, I'm always happy with what I get. I got some really nice clothes that I actually want to wear because I helped my grandmother with the shopping. I got a new sound system and speakers for my car. I'm still in the process of installing. One of my stocking stuffers was this like cheap little voice modulator, just pretty funny. Got a bunch of candy, of course. I got Katamari Reroll, which I've never played Katamari before. I've always loved that type of game, though. I remember playing this knockoff game when I was pretty young called The Wonderful End of the World or something. I got that on the Switch, which is exactly where I'd want to play that kind of thing. And I also got Luigi Mansion 3. I haven't done any co-oping with yet, but I'm loving it so far. A lot better than the second game. Which I didn't hate, but, like, there's something about it. Maybe the mission structure, kind of like Devil May Cry, where it's completely unnecessary, and just ends up with you doing a lot of backtracking. But, I don't know. I dip into 3 occasionally. It's not one of those games where you have to restart the whole thing if you haven't played in a while, so I'm working on it. I think I'm on like the 4th or 5th mansion in there. But I'm really enjoying 3. That's not terrible. Once it gets upgraded, I'm sure it's awesome. I guess that's all the big stuff I got. Looking around my room, and I don't really see the boxes or anything else huge. I got this little fan for my desk. The little USB fan. That's neato. see. Yeah, I think that's all I got, big item-wise. Obviously, I got some games during the sale, but we'll talk about those when I'm ready to talk about them. Like, I plan on giving more thoughts on Luigi 3, obviously, when I get further into it. How do I get up there? Does it have anything to do with this area? See, I feel like I maybe should have spent more money on stuff during the Steam sale, actually. I don't know why I went with so little, but I only spent like 150, and some of that was like gift card money. Part of me regrets not buying Sekiro, but I feel like if I just waited a little more till like I'm done with the stuff that I bought, I can probably get it for like an additional $10 off or something. Congratulations to them for winning Game of the Year, though. I didn't expect that. The game seems like very fast-paced, Ninja Gaiden-y, which is why I'm like skeptical of buying it full price, because there's a good chance I'm not gonna be good enough to actually play it as much as I would like to. There's something going on with these lanterns, right? Because the one down there wasn't lit, was it? Dismounting will put me in the air. No, it was lit. Maybe the spark can do something to it, or nah. I'll figure this out one day. Just you wait. Ow. Maybe from up here there's a way to it, because this is a big impassable mountain, this wall here. So I need to get there from like here or here. Or I can hop back up to where the conversation was to get a better look at it. I'm right here. I think I've been everywhere but that one thing. Alright, so this stuff's all too low to the ground. I think I'm definitely gonna have to... Oh, hey. I don't even know, bro. And I definitely need to go take a look at it. Need more for that. The Valley of Rain. Sounds like a sub-area in Tristram. I guess I didn't even have to go that way, because I just need to use this. Yeah. Goddamn. Son of a fuck. Come on. Oh, that's unfair. It looks like he landed on the ground even though I went through the portal. And that time I didn't get him with momentum. There we go. I think that'll do it this time. So, can I please get a look over there? No, I cannot. Fuck. That was a waste of time, I guess. How do we get up there, damn it? Could it have anything to do with the area where I did the grapples to get the key? Maybe? Could it have anything to do with those? The one of them was lit, but like, see how it's not sparking? There's gotta be something to that, right? Okay, hit it. Loading. Come here, Bean. Ah. Is this? No. Yeah. I guess there's nothing I can do with this. Lame. Gonna head back up there and see if that does anything for me. Nope. Of course not. I don't know how the hell they get up there, man. Trying. This it? Is it just a normal path? No? I don't know, bro. Yeah, it didn't even give me any extra height. It has to have something to do with these, right? What the hell are these? It's light sources? But none of my tools activate it, so I don't know what gives. Okay, we figured it out, boys. I just couldn't lock on before because I wasn't charging the thing. See? I haven't used this thing in so damn long that I completely forgot. Do it, baby. Alright. I don't know where I leave this to next. This one. Go. I feel like I should be able to lock on. Like, I feel like that's how it's normally done, because you don't have to charge it to do everything, because charging it makes it stay on it for longer, you know? That it should just bounce right to them. Maybe it's the angle difference that's making it difficult for targeting. Yeah, you see, I don't have to charge it. Fucked up. It's all kinds of fucked up, bruh. These guys are respawning. Bodied. I did it after how many fucking minutes? Okay, boys. I guess that's the end of the mission. Looks like there's a boss fight over here. Probably Dagon. I hope I didn't spend as long as I feel like I did doing that. I'd like to do another mission.
This cave is thick with dark magic.
Thick.
Just a hunch, but I'm guessing that ugly one's our Stormcaller.
He has minions around. I can use this.
Foolish demon! We are the storm!
I love it when you get like this.
Pay the price!
Whoa!
Finished.
Sure. You know what? I guess Wrath Power is alright for that, because the Wrath attacks are super powerful, so 5% adds up to be a lot of damage. I'd probably still only use it if it was level 2 or 3, though. And that's everything. I killed the Storm Boy. Fuck yeah. Oh boy, how long did I spend doing that? Only an hour. Alright. Fuck yeah. New items are available at Volgrim. Oh no.
The Stormcaller's threat is ended. Have you sealed the portal?
As promised, Horseman. Did you doubt my talents?
Yeah.
Only about every step of the way.
There is still the matter of Dagon himself. By crushing his priests, you dealt him a crippling blow. Strike now, learn what he knows, and finish him.
Dagon will pay for his part in this. And Lucifer.
I love it when you trail off menacingly.
When you are ready, Horseman.
Lucifer. Eagles of Lucy all around me. Looks like we got 2 more missions left, or... Obviously, if some of those are boss fights, they won't have doors in them, but there's 2 big world missions. Maybe 3. I don't know if the sigil piece is actually a thing or not. But we're getting there. I'm thinking maybe we do Fable next. I think I've said before that that's sort of an annual game for me. I don't know why, but... Are these boss weapons? Yeah, that's Belial's thing, and this must be Dagon's. Some kind of angelic spear. Huh. Yeah, as I was saying, it's kind of an annual game for me, but I don't think I played it last year. So, you know, I'm due for another run of that. The plan is to go for a somewhat evil, somewhat ambivalent run, I guess. For those who are unaware, Peter Molyneux,
Osman, welcome.
he thought that because your character is called a hero, that you were going to play, like, a good guy hero. But that's not necessarily what hero means, and he wanted to really reward people who decide to play evil. So a lot of collectibles and rare weapons, stuff like that, are locked behind evil choices. So if you're a good guy, you're going to make genuine sacrifices for the greater good, which works out both ways, actually. The evil guy gets more power items, which is shitty if you're a completionist, because then you have to be evil, but if you're a good guy, you're making actual sacrifices. But you know me, I prefer to be a completionist, even if I do genuinely believe people are good-natured. So I generally do the good guy first while I'm learning the game, and then I do the evil run second, for the whole franchise, really. After landing? What the fuck? That sounds OP. Oh, that's for the synergy. I misread. I mostly look at the ones I've already bought, because they're probably useful in some capacity. Sure, I'm using that somewhere.
Only money.
It's only money.
Let's do it.
uh... What's this? Shadowcaster. Reviving a player heals the instigator 10% of max health. That's nice. Useless for me, but nice. A health upgrade. Increases drop rate for health orbs. You can't rely on health orbs in boss fights, which is when you're really going to care about them, you know?
Many great things for so few souls.
I probably should have checked out what the
Your eyes up.
other person has. This, I think her name was. Tells the moves. And we'll see what she's got next time. Let's see. We have a level 3. I don't. What kind of thing is this attack type? Getting damage on water eruption, dealing damage based on wrath power at 3 mana. That's pretty cool. Chance is low, so I'd put that in like one of the lower tier slots, regardless of what level it was. Yeah, that's definitely a tier 1 slot. I'd swap it out for something. Let's see. level is my stinger? Did I just buy the upgrade to that? That one seems like an alright tier too. Oh. Now, something that I should think about is that I can get one of these that gives me a massive health bonus, and take some of the ones that give me health decreases in favor of a damage instead. To, like, save core space, you know? I'm probably going to use this at some point then. If not now. Shit. I had one here that gave me like attack power or something, right? This one. Most of the ones that lower things just give you health bonuses by the looks of it. Yeah, this is one that I would combine with the Scarab Crane for sure. In fact, I might do that now. This is a wildcard slot? Yeah. Put that in, and then I'll put the Nephilim Brute in somewhere like here. And we have one more tier 3 to put in. I'll put that to this for now, but I'm going to look around it a little bit more. Movement speed, chaos form, more souls. Health increase, lower attack power. This is another one that's alright for what I just did, you know? Or, no, I guess it's not. Same premise, though. Souls. Wrath power lowers health. Yeah, that's a good one. Storm color. I don't know how I want to put that. Probably in a 3 slot. That one goes up to 8%, something like that. That one definitely stays there. These are all wild cards down here. Yeah, I'm not sure what the hell this means. I think I said that the first time, but do I summon a Toxic Scarab, or when I die, do I explode? In which case, I don't want that. I'll probably put that there then. And it was Tide Hunter, right? No, Tide Hunter Shaman? No. The Stormcaller, that was the one. I guess I want it there, but maybe swap it for one of these. Increase ammo capacity, more blade damage. Yeah, I'll swap it there. I bet. That's a thing the kids say. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what it means. But you say it in place of okay. Grants a 5% chance on hit. Trigger 2 void explosion. Yeah, it's good. Axle heal for damage done. Increase health. Dashing thing. Attack power and wrath power. I like that. Oh, that's the Leviathan. Yeah, that's going to be good. I might keep that for now. I probably end up keeping this one and swap out one of these other health ones for it, maybe. Grants 8% more health than Wrath. Yeah, this is the one I'd swap out for that. I might even do it now. Fuck it. Put the Leviathan in and set this one to Belial. Okay. Why am I Sparky? Must be one of the things I put on. Yeah, we'll do another mission. And maybe I'll try and be a platformy boy again. Dagon, I guess this is the boss fight. Yeah, there's no collectibles, it's a boss fight. And there's arenas I can take on, maybe. Why are these locked, but these ones aren't? I'll probably do most of those before the end of the game, which gotta be soon, right? Also, you see I did no, I did miss an upgrade, never mind. That symbol means the difficulty that I beat it in, though. That's all I was gonna say. I think I said that it appeared when you completed it. Nah, it's because I only did this one normal mode before I figured out how to change the difficulty. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. I still think whirlpools look fucking epic, though. They look metal. Tentacles. Favorite. Oh, bro, you got the tentacles. You're the Defiler. Oh, he's one of these. Speak of the fucking devil. One of the biggest issues with the bosses in Devil May Cry 2 was that they were just these kinds, where they'd stand still and throw shit at you, and you just dodge around them. And the final boss is like maybe the laziest thing I ever seen, where it was a literal amalgamation of all the bosses you previously fought, and you just had to kill them all. But even the ones that could move now couldn't move, which made them the easiest ones to fight. And you basically just sat all the way at the edge of the map and shot them with your dual SMGs, which you didn't have to spam the X button to use. What's that? The storm provides? Holy shit! I don't know if anyone knows what a Skloosh is, but there's an amusement park in Pennsylvania called Knoebels. And it's basically a big log flume, but you ride a single big cart with like 30 other people. And when you get off the ride, there's this big bridge that the massive splash screen by the boat comes onto, and you can stand there and get yourself soaked. And it basically looks like that, just a big fucking tsunami coming at you. And I was always afraid of it, but one year I decided, yeah, I'm gonna stand here like a fucking man. And you know what happened? It knocked me on my ass, and I fucking smacked my head on a concrete pole. And yeah, I could have fucking died. So seeing that move brought back bad memories. Oh boy. Woo! I'm getting fucked up. I also didn't avoid the lightning, apparently. Shit. Didn't I? I didn't equip it, I guess. Ow. Oh yeah, that's pretty dope. You have such a big hitbox that just gives you a fuck ton of health orbs. Oh my god, there's so many of them. didn't even look at the challenges. I guess I just completed one. How is defeating him a side mission? And I guess avoiding lightning was a side quest, not actually a objective. Whoa! Damn, dude, that was all kinds of fucked up.
Brother, a little help.
Trust me, you could use a bath. Oh, shit!
Is there phase 2 to this? My voice is cracky again because I talk so much.
I guess we've been cleansed.
Or legitimately laughed. Melee attacks, 2% chance to proc chain lightning. It's pretty cool. Dealing light damage based on wrath power to enemy and jumping to second enemy within 10. Each jump deals reduced damage. I guess it increases the number of jumps with the upgrades or something like that. I want to do that again. I'm not sure about the lightning though. Like, I feel like it didn't spawn super often. Maybe it was just that one part where I fucked up. I don't know if I want to do it in reduced difficulty or not. I honestly just beat it in hard mode, right? I think that's Dagon's or the Stormcallers. That angelic lance I fought was from the actual angel lady. I guess there's an item from each boss I've killed. Can't think of one where it was not. That may be the first boss.
I've got,
You know, in the first mission. Yeah. Dragon's Breath. That's the heavy attack. No, it's not. I lied. It clearly says X. I'm stupid.
I don't even want to know how you got these. Okay, maybe I do. I'm always down to deal.
Alright, I think I'm gonna do that mission again. I guess. Let's look at the questies. I think this is what that thing that I can't fucking do is Leviathan's Landing. Because we got the Leviathan core there, right? So, Leviathan. I don't know what else that would be. Is the corrupted shaman the boss? I wish I knew about that. Or maybe the corrupted shaman's just one of the guys. Either way, I have to kill a guy with lightning. Beat Dagon before he can hit or strike with lightning. Sure. I guess it's some kind of challenge thing. Bitch. Fuck it, I got nothing to prove. I already did it in hard mode. I just kill him fast. Fast and hard. Yeah, it is a telegraphed attack, so I just had to avoid it, but I'm melting him with this. Oh shit, he's trying to cleanse, bruh.
The storm surges!
Just...
Right through the storm!
Fuck. I think that was... You know, it didn't warn me, so maybe it was a different attack. I didn't see a pop-up for it. Okay, now I fucked up. Right? Yeah. Ah, my ammo didn't refill. Whack. Let's see, maybe I'll use this. Ah!
Hold on! This wave will pass! Brace yourself!
Use execution to hold myself in place.
Right through the
Oh fuck, I guess it applied the movement after the fact. boy, he's doing one more.
Hold your breath. Damn, soaked.
Did I do it? I guess so. I don't think I saw the pop-up. Yeah! Oh, it got me an extra Dagon core. So is he level 3 now then? Or, Dagon, yeah, he's level 3. 5% chance to attack the proc chain lightning, dealing moderate damage. Based on wrath power, the enemy jump up 3 additional enemies within 10 meters. Each jump to reduce damage. It's pretty good. Reduce damage taken by 10% while active. Detonates are also reduce the move speed of enemies. I feel like I don't use Stone Skin enough, but that's also makes Stone Skin better, so I don't know. What's this one? More can block, more damage, stress attack power, and wrath power. Fuck. What's this? The Void Explosion. Alright. Oh, Beans, I didn't know you're behind me. Reduces level of impacts by 1. Does that mean they get knocked back less? Still only reduces 10%. Become immune to impacts. And reduce... Okay, so the damage reduction doesn't necessarily get better. The Caltrops become a lot more useful, I suppose. I think I'll still go with Dagon. Now it's like I have the lightning enhancement on always, which I guess kind of makes this useless in some respects, but it also means I can use other things that still have the lightning effect, right? Good. And if I chain it with the lightning, I can get additional chain lightning, right? Okay.
Oh, right. Have a look around. Those boatman's coins are pretty rare. Where'd you find them? Oh.
Horseman, you smell even worse than you look.
That be the mix of tainted water and demon guts we've been swimming in. You're welcome, by the way.
Why strife? I'm doing this for your sake, not mine.
We both know that isn't true. At some point, this arrangement will stop being mutually beneficial. Then it's gonna get interesting.
How pessimistic. For now, however, the benefit remains. So, shall we continue? For the one and only Moloch now stands in our way.
This definitely benefits you more than us.
You never did explain why he came for you, Samael. Do the lesser lords of hell always bigger so?
Lesser? Do not taunt me, puppet. I'll cut the strings you dance on, if only to crush you when you hit the ground.
Then kill him yourself. You're mighty enough, aren't you?
He is invincible, Nilly. Or he never could have moved me from my seat, and his army grows formidable.
Then what of it?
We must erode them from within, beginning with his considerable operation in the Red Waste, where his machines dig up materials of incredible potency.
Admit it. You just want his army gutted so that once he's dead, nothing of his realm stands to threaten your ambitions.
Either way, mutual benefit. Go. Destroy everything you can, and while you're there, kill the foreman.
The foreman? Any particular reason?
Eric Foreman?
He was important to my work once. It appears Moloch was able to sway him. For that, I'd like him dead. It's not really a request, so much as a requirement.
Yeah, look, at this point, I'll agree to anything if it means ending this conversation. Too long. Must go kill things.
Oh, the Red Waste sounds like it's going to be the literal hell that we're all used to. You know, Lava World. You know, final act of Diablo games. I'm going 2.5 hours. I feel like I've silvered up a bit. Really have to pee, but I think I'm gonna try my hand at Leviathan's Landing again real quick. Dope. Oh, fuck. Son of a bitch. I got a boatman. I got 5 boatman coins out of it. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, baby. There's not a checkpoint quite yet, though. So, fucking buckle up, gamers. That scared the shit out of me. I swear to God, if it killed me or knocked me off. Alright, I forgot about this part. It's relatively easy. You just have to land on these. You see that wonderful blob shadow here to help us? was the last part, guys. You just have to jump up all those. Ah, I'm gonna cry. Okay, we have to drop down like one level. How that works. This is one of those situations where if I was younger, I'd probably hand the controller off to my brother, and he'd do the hard part, and I'd still fuck it up at the last minute right here. Kinda like the pachinko machine in Mario Sunshine. Ugh. I actually landed on it that time, motherfuck. I almost died. Ah! I really don't want that to count, guys. Okay. Is that cool with everyone? Alright, guys. It's this last fucking jump that's the biggest bitch of this whole thing, alright? I'm getting through that last part relatively fine now. Even though it took me a million years to figure out. Even though I knew the trick at the beginning of this session. But landing on that fucking platform. Whoa. God. Please press F5. Guys, I want to die. I'll see you guys whenever the fuck. Whoa, I'm so steamed. I'm so steamed.